Just look at this bitchin' hat. Hell yeah. Alright, so as far as primary weapons go, we have the assault rifles. Alright, let's start out with the R7 launcher. Then you have the TAC 700. You got a paintball gun. You can shoot them in the eyes. Try to take them out non-lethal like. SA 58. Then you have the M4A1, which is, of course, always a controversial weapon amongst others. ARWC is next up. That's the SR16, HK416. Now the MK1 carbine is currently not available to us basic buyers. MK16, SLR47, G36C, and the ARN18. That's into the assault rifles. You go submachine guns, you got the MP5A2, my favorite. Obviously, I've got some modifications there on mine. Then you have the UMP45. Next up is the MPX, which of course is the successor to the MP5, but I'm going to stick with my classic. Alright, let's look at the shotguns. Alright, you got the beanbag shotgun, your non-lethal option, of course, M4 Super 90. Then you got the 870 CQB. Let's go to the launchers, which only got one launcher, the M32A1 Flash. Pumping out some flashes. So, alright, let's go to secondary weapons. Your normally sidearms, the G19, M45A1, the always popular 357 Magnum, your P92X, and of course your non-lethal, the Taser. Then on a 57 USG and the USP45. Let's go to long tactical. This is some things that kind of support you. Alright, you got the mirror gun. These are always helpful. Look under the door, see what's behind them. You got the breaching shotgun. This is the one I use all the time. It's always fun to do. And it's exactly for that, breaching. Alright, your ballistic shield. Oh, it's a shield. There's not much more you can really say about it. There's also a rescue shield. However, that is currently not available, again, to us basics. Alright, so the battering ram is next. I've seen a lot of people with these. These are a big help. Then you got the M320 options. One using the flashbang, one with a stinger, and one using gas. And gas can be very, very important to remember coming up with the gear. So in gear, you have armor. And it's pretty much right now just three types. You have no armor. You can move very quickly, but you have no protection against any type of armament. Then you have light armor. You can move quickly, but with some small arm protection. And then of course you have heavy armor. You can shrug off some hits. That's pretty much what I use, and I move around like a tank. Slow, very slow. Alright, so headgear, you have a no face wear option. Then of course you have the night vision goggles. This is probably the most used one. If you do not have these on, you cannot use night vision. So it's not as simple as you'll take whatever you want and still have night vision. You won't. Alright, then you got the riot gas mask. That's where the gas option earlier and here in just a little bit comes in. Then you got the anti-flash goggles. I could really use these. But that's exactly what they're for. Then of course you have the ballistic face mask, and this is more or less more armor. Now let's go down to the grenades. We have the flashbang, of course. Then of course you have the gas grenade. This goes back to the gas mask. Obviously there's certain things you want to use together. You got the stinger grenades, the rubber balls, the non-lethal options, at least in the flash and the stinger. Alright, so of course you got the tactical device. You got the C2 explosive to open doors. This opens the doors and kills anybody behind it if they're in close proximity. Door wedge if you don't want anybody following you around. And of course pepper spray if you really want to irritate somebody. And last but not least, you have the lockpick gun. Love this thing. I have to use it all the time. Alright, and now of course you can go through and you can change the loadouts to the NPCs that would follow you into the solo gameplay. Alright, next is your personalization. You got the character. You currently have 6 options, different ways you can kind of look. Eli, I think, is probably the one I've seen the most because it covers your face and gives you more of an immersed feeling of it being you, even though you can't see nothing. Alpha and Bravo currently not available unless you're paying the big money. You do not see these. Alright, next up is uniform. There's only SWAT and HRT, which HRT is more or less a militaristic look. So if that is your thing, then that'd be a very good option. So hopefully this right here will help you decide if this is the type of game that you want by ways of, is my gun in here? And now when it comes to the future of the game, I haven't looked on Discord or nothing like that. I'm kind of leaving it to a surprise. I imagine that later on they'll have some type of ranking system, like a progression system, maybe open up guns as you go, as well as gear, to help give you a reason to get on. Currently you just get on and you just play. There's really not a reason or a rhyme to be on there other than you just want to have the option to possibly arrest the target instead of just shooting everybody. It's its own little stressful, fun joy. So hopefully this helped you out. Hit me up in the comments if you already have this game. Maybe if you've got the upgraded version, what's available. There's plenty of maps to play. I hadn't even seen all of them yet myself, and trying to memorize them is going to be my next hard task for this game. So hopefully we get to play together at some point. Hope you had fun, and take it easy.